public forum. As always, please don't interrupt anyone who's already speaking, and anyone who wishes to say something would be welcome. Happy New Year.
We've had plenty of that, Mr. Chairman. Let's go on a bit sort of more mundane. Given the extremely mild weather we're having at the present moment, the moles are still fairly active on the village green. I noticed on the minutes here, or on the agenda here, sorry, you only just paid a bill to the mole man in December.
Last week he was there. Yeah.
He's there last week?
Yes.
All right, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Because what I was talking about was probably last week anyway. So we'll leave it at that.
He caught 4.
Yes, it's a big holes in there.
And he said, I'll keep an eye on them. So actually, yeah, he was there between the years. So maybe the 29th or 28th or something like that. So, yes.
Okay, thank you for that.
No one wants to say anything? We need to put some sort of a roster together for picking up the goose. So I think the action was left probably with me last time. So
it was just raining all the time, so it was great.
yeah, I know it's not such an issue. But,
Pretty good
we
dry.
need to do it. Maybe we'll get together.
Yes.
Please. So, planning. We had a decision notice. Poplar Cottage was refused by the planning department to use a certain paint. They wanted to repaint the house. I think they wanted a synthetic one. It's listed house. So that was refused. We have a new planning application for an extension of fruit farm cottage.
Have we had that?
Yes, Pat sent it through to you.
Yesterday. I think I saw it yesterday. I don't think I received it.
Well, we've got to reply by tomorrow.
Where is fruit farm?
You know where the garage, Beyton
Oh,
Parish
it
is?
is the one up there.
Yes, where Ian and Caroline used to live, and now Alan and Wendy.
No, I don't think I've had that correspondence. That's quite big already, because Caroline and you had quite a lot of your daughters.
It's second story on essentially second story on what was first story. The drawings are.
I'll multitask.
So has anyone else looked at the application online?
Honestly, I don't think she might have looked me up, but I'm up to date with my emails. I certainly can't remember seeing it. I just was like, probably something to I can't find it now. No, I haven't seen it. I'm thinking about this Toster one. I was going to go and look on the website for the Toster one. No, I haven't seen it either. Thank you. I'm not going now.
I know where it is. The aspect on the other side of the field and back.
So I know what I can say is I've spoken to Alan and Wendy and also Carol and Steve. Have you guys spoken to each other and come to any
Yes.
conclusion?
We have voiced what we feel. We have not agreed, I don't.
You haven't.
Do you want us to say anything on that?
Well, I think it would help.
Yeah. Well, I think the issue that Karen and Steve raised is basically an additional story on an existing single-story extension, so just going up and matching it with the rest of the building. And there's 2 windows, both look down the field essentially. One looks down the field towards the
White Horse.
White Horse, and look sort of down our garden to the field. And I think Karen and Steve's concern was that we would overlook part of their house from this window that looks down the field. And in fact, they were concerned that they could look into our house, which we weren't aware of, but apparently they can. So we did look at it to see if we could do anything with the window, but it's designed to try and put the window sort of centrally within the building to make it look right to the building. And actually, the further you move that bit of the building out towards the field, the more difficult it is to look sideways. If you imagine, as you extend it sort of down the field, you have to be at a more acute angle to look sideways. So we had to look, so could we move the window sort of across a bit, but that doesn't really work either. So we didn't feel there was much we could do by repositioning the window. We suggested maybe what we could do is we could plant something, if that would help, sort of in the corner, to screen things if it was an issue.
I believe in the past, I think it might have been Goose House, and they looked at the type of glass that would be used and changed that. So that it was frosted glass so that you weren't able to see in and see out.
I think
and got around it that way.
I think the issue for us is that when we bought the house, Caroline and Dean had already put in planning permission and got it passed. So we bought the house thinking that we will do, it's almost the same as what they're doing really. And because it's looking down the field and not towards the house next door, we'd have to stand and look sideways down. And because it's our bedroom, we're kind of reluctant to block the view. It's a beautiful view down the field.
Lots of privacy. I actually feel lots of privacy is something that is an issue in planning. Whereas, I'm sorry, lots of view, you're seeking to gain a view, whereas we lose considerable privacy. And you're putting on 30 metres of roof down that side there. We're quite concerned about light also.
I'm not sure it's 30 metres of roof.
Along the top edge.
No, the ridge line won't be 30 metres, that's a huge distance.
Our clerk might be able to help. Are we able to ask for an extension for our company? The neighbours don't use it. Oh, we'd like to get them to say yes or no.
Well, I don't know. We've asked for extensions before.
When have we got to
Tomorrow.
Doesn't give us an awful lot of
No.
time to review and discuss, does it?
I think we should find it from me. I said.
No, it's not there. I'm looking at it online.
The email was received, I know Pat's been off, but it was received on the 18th as well.
The dates online are different from the dates.
No, I was just looking at the actual planning application.
You may find you've got longer than you think.
Pardon?
You may find you have longer than you think. The dates when you look at it online are different from the letters that they've sent out. They all vary. The letter on the end of the road here has a 23rd of December date on it. My letter had a different date on it, and the last dates online are different again.
Are they?
Yeah. I suspect it's Christmas this time.
I think I'm with a bigger window looking down the field.
Standard consultation expiry date is
Yes,
13th of January.
13th.
Neighbours consultation expiry date is 13th of January. So we should have until 13th of January.
Should. Okay.
Can we take a note of what the planning application number is and we can have a...
4297.
Pardon?
4297.
It's on here. Oh yeah. We told you.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'd like a little bit more time to consider that.
13th of January. Which is
Although, worryingly, they have us down as no comments having been made. Which I hope is just their standard, what they put there until we respond.
It is.
we haven't made any comments, that's true.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Okay, it sounds like you guys want to have a site visit.
I'd like to consider it a bit more.
Can I just clarify what it is that would stop an application like that going through? Do they have to have so many letters from the public saying that they don't want it to work?
There is no hard and fast.
So, and does it really make a difference if the parish council say yes or no?
Yeah, can do. It depends on what.
I think we should do it properly.
No, I understand that. I'm just wondering if it makes a difference.
But I don't think there's any hard or
It
fast
can and it
rules.
can't.
Okay.
Can I suggest, Chairman, and advise? The current ruling is that your ward member can require a committee meeting. It is no longer the case that the number of public objections or the objections from the town or parish council count. But if you want to have that clout, the person you are in touch with is your ward member, and they can require a planning committee meeting.
And the ward member is?
Derek and Esther.
So if you go to them and say, we have concerns, if you feel that the basis of this discussion or some sort of properly formulated discussion that is subsequent, you can do it. But I suggest you have to be very careful that in a matter such as this, that you are properly constituted when you ask for something as draconian as that your ward member calls in for a planning committee meeting. So you've got a problem tonight if you really think that this deadline is going to be applied, and they are becoming far stricter on that at Mid-Suffolk than they have been. You might be able, and I'll certainly try and if you want to, try and get it pushed beyond, but if you want to have a properly formed, constituted meeting, you're going to need to move very quickly.
Could we go and have a look at the site and then make a decision without a meeting being held?
In the past, what we've done is we've held an official site meeting that's advertised in the same way as these meetings with the 5 clear days?
3 clear days.
3 clear days, so that members of the public can also attend with us and we can have the meeting on site there and then and make the decision officially, legally open to the public and everything else. That's how we used to do it.
So we could do that on Saturday or Sunday perhaps.
But we haven't obviously needed to for a while because we haven't had anything.
Well, we did back in
Yes, that was a while ago.
here, which was back in the summer, and then early summer we did one on Berry Road. So we've had 2.
But we had a meeting after the Berry Road one before we submitted because I didn't come to the
Yeah.
site visit, but I was at the meeting and we discussed it.
Yeah.
So that one didn't matter because that was officially, the decision was made here after your visit.
Yeah, but it sounds as though none of you have seen the plans until tonight. So if you're going to make any comment whatsoever, I suggest that we go and have a look.
Hello, the people up near, they said that they're using a drive and they didn't have permission to. Some neighbours say when they live in the house and they were supposed to block one's drive up. They say they haven't blocked it up.
No, they haven't, but
And they've got to
we've been there, done that, and Mid-Suffolk are just, yet again, let us down. But
that's wrong, is what you say.
it is, and it's what's annoying about Mid-Suffolk, but there's not much we can do about it.
Well, is there anything, are we doing anything wrong if we go along, say on Saturday, if we ask permission to go along on Saturday, and then we make our minds up? Is there anything wrong with doing that?
If we do it like that and give the 3 clear days, are we then covered?
If you properly post a meeting with 3 clear days, that is fine. And you can convene a meeting, it's not licensed premises, you can convene a meeting on that site, no problem at all.
Okay. Because that's what we used to do, was we gave the 3 clear
Why
days
do we need to
notice.
post it?
Because it has to be done the same as for this meeting, so there has to be enough notice for everybody to see it and to know it's happening, so that they can be there to give their comments should they reach. Members of the public have to be able to attend. So you have to give the same notice as we do for this meeting. So we have to put a notice up tomorrow saying we're doing it Saturday, Sunday, so that we've got Wednesday, Thursday and Friday as our 3 clear days, because it can't count the day of the meeting and the day of it going up. So if we put something up tomorrow saying we're going to have a site visit on Saturday or Sunday, it gives the legal amount of time for members of the public to be able to see it and decide that they want to.
We're only doing it because we're remiss as a group.
But we still have to do
We
it.
still have to follow the same. If we're going to make a decision there and then we still have to follow the same legal rules that we have to follow for this meeting.
And who puts them
Or
aside?
we make a decision then.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's unfair to make a
I
decision
Yeah.
think it is.
if you guys have not seen
But all we have to do, and I can do it and run it off tonight and stick it in the notice board in the morning, saying, we'll just adapt the agenda to say that we're having a site. And I'm sure I've got some old ones from when we've done it before.
As it's an extraordinary meeting, it's the chairman who must call it, but that really everybody has to sign
Yeah.
it. You sign it.
And
I
we
mean,
can just
I
print
think,
a
I
notice
think this
going
is the
to-
only fair thing to do.
If we could do it on a Sunday rather than Saturday, that would be great because Saturday's not
Would
good.
that
yeah,
day be
I've got
okay?
this.
Can I interject with Ian and Caroline had a plan commission? And are they the same neighbours?
Yes, I believe so.
That's good.
Can I say something or not?
Sure.
There are, just to clarify, there are already windows facing exactly the same direction as the window that we're putting in. We have a footprint of a study, which used to be, if you knew Caroline, was her old studio, and all we're doing is building up on that. So the window that is at the moment on the back wall of the house will move to the top of it, if that makes any sense to you, on the upstairs. So there's just the one window.
That's why it would be beneficial for us to come,
And of
because
course,
you can
by
then
all
talk
means
us
have
through
a
that
look.
and show us it
Sure,
in
that'd be
situ.
nice.